Hi fellas, I welcome everyone back to the channel. In today's video, we shall be looking at cash and why I think that sooner or later it's going to go obsolete. In fact, it's going to be worthless. But if you're a believer of cash and savings, I think that you should probably rethink your position. Why? Because you might sooner or later realize that you are far behind the century. The current financial system is witnessing a paradigm shift with a fintech system that is revolutionizing the whole financial system and bringing on board digital currencies. But it is gathering a silent impetus, and sooner or later the revolution is actually going to shock a lot of people, especially banks, some government, and various traditional financial gurus who have downplayed the possibility. The fintech revolution is championed by some of the smart young people of the 21st century. And as we might know, this century is the century of the Gen Z. The fintech revolution, which introduces smart payment systems, seems to be a threat to government-established cash payment systems. And governments across the globe have seen the need to match up with the times by proposing what is known as CBDCs, Central Bank Digital Currencies. In fact, and in case you don't know, there is a silent rivalry between digital currencies like cryptocurrencies and oncoming government-issued CBDCs, as of which one will have a global acceptability and overthrow the cash system. In fact, if you are not aware that this is silently happening in your country, then you need to pay attention to this video. To catch up with the details, make sure you don't click away, for I'll be right back with the very details of the video. See you. The status quo of the fintech revolution is what has caused the World Bank, the WEF, World Economic Forum, and some secret world powers that control the financial system and governments across the globe to pay attention to the fintech technology in order to match up with the times. Some driving forces influencing this is the introduction of cryptocurrencies and the blockchain technology, and the trust people are losing in their currencies, especially during sharp and abrupt inflation, and the monopoly of the US dollar as the world reserve currency. This was confirmed by the Russian-Ukraine tussle, where sanctions were placed on Russia over the invasion. This has made governments and financial oligarchs to begin to look elsewhere for a better monetary system which is totally decentralized and off any particular government or individual's control. And therefore, the reliance on digital currencies with the blockchain technology, which is totally off any particular government or any particular institution's control. It is reported that around 100 countries are already exploring the use of CBDCs, some researching, some testing, some already working with it. An example is the Bahamas, where the Sand dollar has been in circulation for over a year. In China, the digital renminbi, known as the ECNY, continues to get popular and a wider adoption over hundreds of millions of users, with over billions of transactions in yuan. And this shows how popular is witnessing an acceptance in China. The US Federal Reserve is equally taking steps to go with the trend. And in fact, it's a global trend that is gathering steam silently underground. In fact, still in doubt of this is a list I present to you of countries according to CBDCtracker.org of countries at the various stages of implementation of CBDC. Some at the stage of testing, some at the stage of research or implementation. In fact, there's a link in the description to this particular document. And in Ghana, in case you're not aware, the Bank of Ghana is partnering with GCK Plus Deviant, which is a global security technology provider based in Munich, Germany, to pilot the issuance of digital currency. And I know this will take a lot of people by surprise. In a press release cited on the website of the Bank of Ghana, the document reads, the Bank of Ghana partners with GCK Plus Deviants to pilot a general purpose central bank digital currency, retail CBDC in Ghana, West Africa. G plus D is providing the technology and developing the solution adapted to Ghana's requirements, which will be tested in a trial phase with banks, payment service providers, merchants, consumers, and other relevant stakeholders. Interesting. To have full access to the press release document, there's a link at the description section. You can click on that link and it will take you to the official site of the Bank of Ghana. Then you can read it and get to understand what is about to take place. People might think that is the autonomy of the various countries to pick up these initiatives, but not. In fact, the IMF, the WEF, and some secret powerful forces. Yes, they are secret powerful forces that controls the financial system. But these people are behind the issuance of what is known as digital IDs, which is being promoted by the IMF just to meet their secret agenda. In fact, the IMF is systematically proposing all countries have digital IDs. This is to set the pace, to set the tone for the issuance of world digital currency. We all now understand why in Ghana there have been the recent need for the issuance of Ghana card, which has become something like a passport to heaven. Interesting. But a lot of people are not aware that there's a whole agenda that is driving this. Sad. The primary driving force is the agenda of the WEF, the World Bank, the One World Order to roll out a one world digital currency, probably to rival the influx of cryptocurrencies, so they could roll out their satanic agenda. And that starts with the order of the IMF to member countries with the issuance of digital IDs. A lot of people are not aware that, in fact, underneath that issuance is a secret agenda. And that is why you should really be on the watch out and fear the IMF and then companies like the BlackRock, because there's a whole lot of secret satanic agenda that they are actually pushing on. Maybe this could be another video and a topic of discussion on the channel. From the look of things now, we are soon to witness a healthy and interesting rivalry between government-issued digital currencies and decentralized currencies with the blockchain technology like cryptocurrencies, and sooner the issuance of the world digital currency pioneered by the One World Order with their secret agenda. Now, whichever one looks more convenient to use and have a strong utility and value base will witness a more acceptability among the people and a strong adoption with the people. I believe that the various countries issued digital currencies will have some kind of interoperability with the World Bank issued One World Digital Currency. Why? Because they are both controlled by the government and by the authorities. The only odd one that will be left out is the currencies with the blockchain technology, which is not controlled by anyone, which is totally decentralized. So in fact, what is going to happen is that there's going to be a playing field for all these to roll out, but then the people will now decide which one will best work for them. And I think that people might rebel against the controlled currencies. Why? Because of the nature of it and the kind of requirement that it will have for people to use them. In fact, it is an undeniable fact that we are gradually transitioning into a cashless system with the introduction of the blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies. And this technology is mimicked by the government, the World Bank, and then the One World Order system. And then I think that though cryptocurrencies might experience a certain level of competition when CBDCs are tested on the people, but it will eventually emerge as the winner and a better option to cash because of its utility advantage, and with the fact that it is totally decentralized and there is no single person that controls it. So people find it to be a better option. And then when people begin to understand the diabolical and cynical, satanic nature of the One World Digital Currency, which is hooked on with the whole ideology and agenda of the One World Order, they will begin to resist and will therefore see cryptocurrencies as a safer and a better option, which has freedom. But people love freedom, and nobody wants to be put on the hook of the secret satanic agenda of the One World Order, which is pushing for a One World currency. That might look appealing, but hey, there is a silent hook with it, which I know when a lot of people get to know that, they will begin to run away from it and rather see cryptocurrencies as a safer option. And at the end of the day, I see cryptocurrencies and the blockchain technology winning the game and therefore experiencing a global acceptability. And maybe cash might not entirely go to zero, might not entirely go away, but I will see a more usage of digital currency like the currencies in the system as a mode of payment and transactions than we'll see cash being used as mode of payment and transactions. Oh guys, this is what all time will allow me with this video. In case the content resonates with you, do not forget to give me a like. You can equally subscribe. In case you have comments you want to share with me in the viewers of this video, you can kindly leave them at the comment section, then I can reply to you, then we can have an engagement. In my next video, I shall be talking about the secret forces behind cash and then the satanic ideology behind digital IDs. So in order not to miss out on that video, make sure to subscribe so that we can meet again on that particular topic of the video. So see you again another time with another video. Bye bye.